Kendall's correlation coefficient, which is denoted by tau, this is denoted as tau, is what we are going to see in this lesson. We have seen Spearman. There are basically four types of these correlations. Correlation coefficient. We have the Pearson, we have the Spearman, we have the Kendall. So basically, we are going for us, we are handling basically two: the Spearmans and also the Kendall, but they are Pearson and so on. So there are four methods. Now, Pearson is so much used in statistics of population, but these ones can be used to compare given variables. Now, the Kendall's correlation coefficient is denoted by tau and it's given by this tau is given by 2 times Sn into n minus 1, where n are the number of pairs and S is the total sum of all scores. We are going to see what we mean by scores. So what are the procedures? The procedures are: rank the scores in ascending order. Now we are ranking in ascending from small to big. The smallest take position 1, the second smallest take position 2. So we are ranking them in ascending small to big. Then arrange ranks in 2 rows, i.e. the first and the second. Arrange the first row in ascending order of ranks. Now after that, we also arrange them in ascending order of the ranks we have given to them after arranging them in ascending order. In accordance, and the second row in accordance with the first row. Now after arranging them in ascending powers, now you put the second row now in accordance to what is appearing first. You give also its corresponding value in the second row. Compare each of the rank in the second row. Now after that we ignore the first row and now we concentrate on the second row. Now compare the ranks in the second row with the rest of the ranks in the same row, starting with the first one. With the first one or the first rank. With the first rank. Then a score 1 is awarded to a rank bigger. Negative is negative 1 to a score smaller, and 0 if the rank is the same. Now we are going to see what happens. Now, these are the items these are the table below shows marks obtained by students in a mock X and Y. This is mock X and Y. These are the students A, B, and C and D. Now what we do first, we are arrange them in ascending order. So in our ascending order, the marks we have for X in our ascending order means from small to big. We have 50 is the smallest, followed by 60, followed by 70, then followed by 90. Now start. When I give them rank, 50 takes rank 1. So this one takes rank 1, 60 takes rank 2, then 70 takes rank 3, and then 90 takes rank 4. The same. You also arrange, this is for X. You also now arrange for Y in ascending. This one is the smallest, followed by the biggest, the second biggest, the second smallest, followed by, and then 89. Here we arrange them in ascending order. So now from here, this one is going to be 1. So this one is going to take position 1 because it's the smallest. This one will take 2. This one will take 3. And this will take 4. Then after that, you come and now you write the rank you had there. Now, the first after ranking them is that now my rank of X is going to be, this one is position 3, this one is position 4, and you see, if I'm right here, the rank of X, you see you have rank X now, this is 3, A is in 3, we have A, B, C, and D. A is in 3, this is 4, 2, 1, then we ranked Y, this was 3, 1, 4, 2, in ascending order of these figures. Now after that, we say, now we arrange the ranks in the 2 rows, i.e. the first and the second. Now the first row, the first rank in ascending order of ranks. Now, ascending order of this is our first row, and this is our second row. Now, I'm arranging them now in ascending order of ranks. The first row. So now, if I'm arranging the first row in ascending order of ranks, this is what I'm going to be with. If I'm to arrange them according to ranks. So mine are X. Now the first, this one is going to be the first. So I'm going to arrange them 1, then 2, 3, then 4. Now this one, are sending order of ranks from small to big. But 1 was for a D, 2 was for a C, then 3 was for an A, then 4 was for a B. Now, after doing this now we also put the rank for Y, but we start with, now we go with this order. For a D, in Y for a D had a 2. Then a C in Y had a 4. Then an A had a 3. Then a B had a 1. So now we rank this one, we arrange this one based on the first row after arranging it in ascending order. Now from there, we consider now on the row, the rank of the second row. As you see here, compare each of the rank in the second row. Now this is our second row. Now our second row. Now we put the values we have there in our second row. We have 2, 4, 3, and 1. Now, how do we rank? We say the value bigger than the first, we assign a positive 1. Those which are smaller than it, we assign a negative 1. So, you see, values which are bigger than these 2 are, this will be now positive 1, this one is smaller, so we assign it a negative 1. And then after, we sum them. So, to assign it now, this one, for a 2, this one we are going to give it a positive 1 because it's bigger than 2. This one is also bigger than 2, so we give it a positive 1. This one is smaller than 2, so it takes a negative 1. And after, we sum these ones. When you sum all these ones, here we take now the sum. When we add this plus this, we get a 1. When you sum them, then we come to a 4. When I come to a 4 now, 3 is smaller than 4, so it takes negative 1. And 1 is smaller than 4, it takes negative 1. When I add them, I get negative 2. Now when I come to 3, now 3 is 1 is smaller than this, so it takes negative 1. And when I sum there, I'll get negative 1. Now the total sum here, when we add all these ones, we get a negative 2. So meaning that now, this is our sum S we were looking for. So our sum, therefore, our S is negative 2. The easiest way of doing this is just say, when you put 2, this one you say 1, this one gets 1, this one, that's 2, minus 1, that's when you get to 1. When you come to 4, this one is small, so negative 1, minus 1, it will be negative 2. When you come to 3, this one is smaller, negative 1. So you can do that in one step. Because when you have a lot of work, time won't be there. So after getting our S, now we come and compute our Kendall, which is star given by 2S over n into n minus 1, which would be 2 times now negative 2, double over our n. Now, how many pairs do we? So this is the pairs where 1, 2, 3, 4. So start from here. Our n straight away was a 4. So we have 4 into now 4 minus 1, which will be, this is going to be negative 4 over a 12. And when you complete there, your tau will be, that will be 12. That's I think 0.6 something. Okay, so 0, it's negative 0.333. give it 4 decimal places. And now that would be our correlation, or our correlation is negative. Then to comment on it, so this was our part A. So this was our part A. Then part B, how do we comment? We said, remember our comment. So we said between 0 to 1, 0.19 is very poor. Between 0.2 to 0.39 is poor. So this one, correlation is a negative, is a poor, negative is a poor, negative correlation, one negative correlation. Simple as that. So that's how we handle that. Now we are going to see basic examples. Now, in the next example, now I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to show you that these ones, they are positives. So we add them, then we subtract those which are negatives. So that's how we handle that in simple terms. So the sum for these ones is this. The sum for this is this. Then also the sum for this is that. Then when we add all these ones, we get a negative 2. So that's it, members. I wish you well.